Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, singer, songwriter. Okay, I have new music coming out. One for you freestyle coming soon. And we are going to get into our astrological and our tarot bag. Okay, when it comes down to this reading. All right. This is going to be a collective reading about Mercury in Capricorn. Mercury is in Capricorn from January 1st, okay, 2026, up until January 20th, okay, 2026, all right? If you did not know, I am a Capricorn Mercury, and it's almost my birthday on the 18th. I'm a Capricorn, everybody. So before we go ahead and get deeper into it, thank y'all so much for tapping that screen, okay? If you're here on the tube, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button to become kinfolk with your girl. And thank you so much for hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings, tapping into the energy of Saturn and tapping into the energy of Mercury. Tapping in, I pray, planet Mercury, that everyone who's supposed to be here will be here and everyone who is not supposed to be here will not be here. Tapping into the energy of Saturn, Daddy Saturn, as a super Capricorn, super Aquarius girly. I pray that this reading gets to everyone who it's supposed to get to, okay? Strength, okay? So for one, like Mercury and Capricorn, as a Capricorn Mercury in the first house myself, hi Maya, hi Jasmine. I definitely feel like this is like Mercury likes being in Capricorn, okay? It's very strong. Okay, this is about putting yourself out there, saying what you got to say, feeling confident in what it is that you have to say, feeling confident in what it is that you have to offer. You could also have Leo placements here, okay? And also, we're getting close to that full moon in Leo on February the 3rd, all right? So that could also be very, very significant for this collective as well. All right. Also, if anyone is interested, because it's Capricorn season and because I'm doing this Mercury and Capricorn reading, one card pulls today are $10 if anyone is interested. Okay. Mercury and Capricorn. Okay. In my handy dandy book. Okay. So it's a gift. The only astrology book you'll ever need by Joanna Martine Woolfolk. Okay. I'm using this as a reference for right now, even though I'm a Capricorn Mercury myself. Okay. Mercury. If we're getting into it, okay? Mercury, all right? It has been said that Mercury makes life understandable, for it is the planet of intelligence. How does the power of Mercury express itself in your personality? Okay, so just talk about Mercury and what it got going. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is a planet of intelligence, a planet of thought, communication, technology, okay? For the very beginning of man's observation of this elusive planet, Mercury has been associated with speed and agility. Okay, in ancient mythology, Mercury was the messenger of the gods. He was young, beautiful, and swift as the wind, for his feet had wings. Okay, so we discussed this. Okay, Percy Jackson could be significant, particularly Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. Okay, his province was communication, commerce, everything requiring skill and dexterity. Okay, so this planet is in Capricorn. Okay, so we have communication, commerce, okay, everything requiring skill and dexterity, but in the realm of Capricorn, which has to do with public success, public image, financial stability, long-term shit, okay, karmic cycles, okay, and things that nature, generational shit, okay. It's a whole lot. Fatherhood, okay, responsibility. Okay, not only was he clever in speech, he also invented music. Okay, Mercury is planet of music, mathematics, and astronomy. In Roman times, Mercury also became the god of thieves, for he was a cunning trickster full of guile. Okay, so all this cap in the air got me feeling like a war strategist, I swear to God. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Capricorn Sun, first house. Capricorn Mercury, first house. Okay, Capricorn rising. Okay, we love to see it. It's almost a Capricorn birthday. No, but seriously though, like Roman times, Mercury also became the god of thieves, for he was a cunning trickster full of guile. Okay, so even me saying that, y'all, all these have been court cards that just came up. So we have the Page of Pentacles, which came out by itself as we talk about Capricorn. This Mercury and Capricorn is a great time for y'all to start something new. Okay, Mercury and Capricorn is a great time for y'all to put a new business idea. Okay, new business, a new branding. Okay, rebrand yourself if you want to. This is a brand new beginning happening underneath Mercury in Capricorn, okay? And I feel like you're getting away from like childish people. You may have been, hi Taylor, you may have been involved in some shit in like business or whatever the case may be with people that you had feelings for, okay? But they were childish. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all were romantically involved, but they was childish. You know what I'm saying? And that shit don't fly underneath Capricorn. You got your feelings hurt. Mercury in Capricorn is probably the bluntest of the Mercury signs, okay? A lot of people feel that way, which is why my readings are the way they are. But in astrology, Mercury is the planet, and I watch my readings myself too. In astrology, Mercury is the planet of mental activities, communication, and intellectual energy. It rules over your intelligence, perception, and reason, memory, speaking, and writing. Okay, it reflects, which also, if I take this into how this applies to Capricorn, okay, like this could be y'all getting deeper into like mind games, not in a bad way, but you can get into like Sudoku, okay, and shit like that, okay. Mancala, this could be like mentally stimulating games, okay. You could be getting into, hi Jay, you could be getting into like stocks, investments, okay, things of that nature. You could be doing math and having to do with your business, having to do with revenue, having to do with like, you know, what you're investing in. Okay. Not hung on the man to see you. Okay. Like this is also with that God of Thieves. You might also see people like there's about to be some fuck shit that is definitely about to be exposed. Okay. You could definitely be finding out people moving weird about money, not hung up on the man to see. That's for real. I appreciate you. Tell him to come watch. But when it comes down to that, like a lot of y'all could be finding out like fuck shit going on having to do with like the workplace. Capricorn is also like the sign of like the workplace, okay? So you could be finding out some bullshit having to do with like the workplace, okay? People stealing funds and money, people making shit happen that they shouldn't make happen, okay? People tricking folks, having to do with like, it could do with like substance, it could deal with addiction, it could deal with bad habits, okay? It could deal with all of that, all right? People being light on their feet, people being very manipulative, okay? Capricorn Mercury can be very manipulative, okay? So you might be recognizing game, all right? So yeah, this is you getting more serious about your, is it going to give me a promotion? This would be a great time for it. Very much so. This is a great time for new beginnings having to do with work and finances, okay? And talking well, business meetings, okay? Networking, okay? As soon as I say that, okay? Y'all, we talked about business meetings and networking. If you were one of the people in my live yesterday when I talked about why collaborations are not working out, this is why, okay? It's not the full time collaboration wise, okay? But during Capricorn season, definitely things are solid in terms of like making money for yourself and doing shit for yourself. You know what I'm saying? These eyes have me crying. Now he understood. Yeah, Mercury, the planet of mental activities, communication, and intellectual energy. Capricorn is intellectual in general. So you may feel very like compelled to like do research. You may feel very compelled to have very serious conversation to talk about like real life shit. Okay. So it has to do with like, listen, as a Saturnian myself, life is not easy. Okay. As soon as I say that, things going unexpected. Life may not feel the easiest during Mercury and Capricorn. Okay. Because this is like plans going unexpected. Like Mercury and Capricorn is very much so a bitch be for real type of placement. Okay. Knight of Cups, especially when it comes down to like your romantic partners, romantic interests, people who don't make sense in the long term. Hello, Thunder. People who don't make sense. He's waiting for his mama to come back. People who don't make sense in the long term. Okay. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. All right. Someone could have a pit bull, okay? Hibiscus could be significant, okay? Somebody could work with Oya, all right? That is a closed practice, okay? But yeah, I definitely feel like with this Seven of Swords energy here, all right, there's definitely some secret shit going on, okay? People could also be like doing a lot of carrying on, all right? Drinking, smoking, carrying on. Someone could be writing songs about you, all right? That could be very, very significant. We just had that full moon in Cancer that just went on as well. Okay. We just had that full moon in Cancer. And I definitely feel like there's some sort of release of like long-term plans that you had that just are not realistic. Okay. Kids have no special awareness. Okay. Like dog all up in the camera. Absolutely. He was very much so waiting for his mom to get back. No, just saw my ex find shit with a white girl. Ooh, whoa. Jay. Listen, okay? Like, keep your money shit secret, too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Keep your finances secret underneath Mercury and Capricorn, okay? Like, if that's from January 1st to January 20th, keep it secret. Coming from a Capricorn Mercury myself, like, whoa, dodge some things. I'm crying, Jay. Mercury, when Mercury is prominent, wait. It reflects the way you see, hear, understand, and assimilate information. Day-to-day travel, short trips, and the various means of transportation are under its dominion. It also controls the functions of the nerves, arms, hands, and fingers. Yeah, I also feel as though when it comes down to Mercury being Capricorn, y'all could be going through business trips, okay? Business trips could be very, very significant, okay? I never knew he liked by the way he moves. When Mercury is prominent in a person's horoscope, okay, that person is likely to be facile in speech, a lively and amusing storyteller, a clever, shrewd bargainer, okay? This also, y'all could definitely be very nostalgic. People don't take into account, people don't take into account how nostalgic Capricorn can be. We only think about it as Cancer being very, like thinking about the past, thinking about people we grew up with. Capricorn and Cancer are sister signs, okay? Capricorn also thinks about the past, except for it tends to be a heavier past, you know what I'm saying? But Capricorn definitely holds on to shit too. It thinks about shit, you know what I mean? Especially in like the more like aggressive way, or like the darker manner, you know what I'm saying? Like shadow stuff, all right? Like, yeah. So, yeah, Mercury also rules the voice, okay? People with strong Mercury influences are successful at public speaking, singing, and acting. With Mercury being in Capricorn, this could definitely be for those of y'all who want a career in public speaking, who want a career in singing and acting, okay? This would be a great time to put yourself in rooms that you want to be in, okay? Communication, okay? Communication, all right? Also, let me know if y'all want me to do more, like, readings, I say readings, but more like information about like the planets themselves. And I'll use my big ass book. Okay. Yeah, y'all could definitely be doing business trips. Okay. Y'all could definitely be like doing shit that has to do with like long-term stuff. So this has to do with inheritance. This has to do with wills. This has to do with like land. This has to do with like I said, long-term serious, like big boy finance shit, big girl finance shit, big person finance shit. Like that's what this is. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So when it comes down to Mercury being in Capricorn and what the collective can expect, okay? Mercury in Capricorn. If you have Mercury in Capricorn, you tend to be ambitious and methodical, okay? Careful, calculating, and patient. Oh, period. I am. But seriously, what the collective can expect while Mercury is in Capricorn, where the money reside, big cap, okay? Big Capricorn. With Mercury in Capricorn for these 20 days, okay? This is the idea of being ambitious, okay? DJing could be significant, okay? The name DJ could be significant. The name Danny could be significant, okay? Dior could be significant. The brand, someone could have a dog named Dior, okay? The name Danielle, okay? Daniela, okay? It gives me Dapper Daniela. I'm always in Gucci. What song is that? I know it's Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my gosh. What song is that? Is it Cash Shit? Maybe gonna stop listening to Cash Shit because of the baby ass. He's a Capricorn. Okay. Yeah. If you have Mercury in Capricorn, you tend to be ambitious, okay, and methodical, careful, calculating, and patient underneath this transit, okay? So yeah, you can't be fucked with, okay? Like I know my Megan, me too. I stopped listening to Cash Shit however long ago, but you're right, it is Cash Shit. Wait. Okay. Mercury in Capricorn, you tend to be ambitious and methodical, careful, calculating, careful, calculating, and patient. Okay. I definitely feel like, thank you. I definitely feel like this is y'all are in a cash it moment. Y'all are very ambitious and ready to get to the money. Y'all are very big on strategy at this moment in time. And that also includes recognizing who you should not be around, recognizing who is bad business, recognizing if this is someone or something that you want to have with you and tied to yourself, your public image or career, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the future. Me too. Now he ain't getting a dime off me. Okay. Love you, Meg. That's real. You know, I do not listen to that man. However, tend to be ambitious and methodical, careful, calculating, and patient. Okay, when I said ambitious, this could also have to do with you going back, like I said, nostalgia. It could be you going back to like a childhood dream, okay, and really putting your shit into like focus, especially if you have Scorpio placements, especially a Scorpio sun here. This is a Scorpio sun card, okay, but this could definitely have to do with like people from the past, ideas, projects, thoughts from the past, okay, and being ambitious and methodical about how to bring these things into the present. Okay, careful, calculating, and patient. Yeah, y'all are definitely thinking things through. Okay, Mercury and Capricorn is the time period for the collective to think things through, be calculating, be patient. Capricorn is pretty quiet about stuff. People think that Capricorn is cold, and in reality, there's a bunch going on in our heads. We just have not said that shit to you. I watched an interview between Cynthia Erivo, who is a Capricorn, and Michelle Obama, who is a Capricorn, and they were talking about being Capricorns. And I felt very seen by that conversation because they're two Black Capricorn women, and they were talking about how, like, okay, you will not know what a Capricorn is thinking or feeling until they tell you. You will not know that unless you're really paying attention, unless you know that Capricorn personally and you're really paying attention to them. How they feel is not anybody else's business, is how Capricorn feels. And we will keep that shit to ourselves because Capricorn is a sign of what? Public image. You know what I'm saying? So the way that we appear to other people, even though we're not thinking about it like that, like, I'm not finna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, until my opinion is asked for, or until, but then whenever the opinion is asked for as a Capricorn Mercury and a Capricorn Sun and a Capricorn rising, when people ask for Capricorn opinions, they don't expect Capricorn to be as honest as they will be. Capricorn is seen as one of the bluntest and driest signs of the zodiac, but they also keep it very fucking real, which is why they are the sign of long-term success. They are not the sign of short-term success. They are the sign of longevity, lifelong success, money, finances, career stability. You know what I mean? Because they are very rip the Band-Aid off people. We are very rip the Band-Aid off people. So Mercury and Capricorn could have a lot of uncomfortable ass truths coming up. You could be having to tell people some heavy shit, some hard shit that you don't want to, but it is what it is. Or people could be having very real ass conversations with you. Okay, so there's a need for y'all to be patient in this situation, okay, and wait for shit to happen because people are not sugarcoating things, okay, and neither should you. Okay, so you might be looking at your childhood goals, okay, through the ideas and lens of like an adult, okay. This is the idea of do not ignore your intuition when it comes down to something that you're starting work on, okay. It may seem like it's a lot of work now, but it's for a reason. All right. Do not let people know what you're thinking. Like I said, Cynthia Erivo, okay, Capricorn energy. Michelle Obama, Capricorn energy, and that interview of theirs is very significant here. And there is a need to where you need to really be aware of who you let know you like that. Like she said, you won't know how a Capricorn is feeling until you actually like know them personally. And then you can tell in situations when they feel uncomfortable. But you have to ask yourself who you are willing to let know you like that underneath Mercury and Capricorn, because not everybody's supposed to have all them details to your life. You know what I'm saying? So this is the idea of being careful, being more calculating, and being patient, okay? What do they need to be patient about? This more so feels like I need to be patient with something having to do with like work, okay? What do they need to be patient with? Okay, be patient. If stuff is not happening right in regards to love and relationships, Mercury and Capricorn is not the most loving of signs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you need clarity. If anyone's interested in personal readings today, 1 card pulls are $10 at the end of this reading if y'all are interested. But when it comes down to what y'all are needing to be patient with, the lovers in reverse, some of y'all are needing to be patient with yourself in regards to like love and relationships. Mercury and Capricorn is not the lovey-doveyest, okay? You have shit to do. Mercury and Capricorn, you have shit to do. Seriously. Seriously. Okay, so this is more so focused on your money, your finances, and things long term. So if you're going through a separation, a breakup, if you're missing somebody, this is that time. It's really not that important right now. I'm going to be honest. Okay. Now, your feelings and emotions about the situation are important. Okay. Your feelings and emotions about the situation are important. Okay. But romantic stability is not the biggest focus for you right now. It's just not. For this collective of people who's watching this, okay? That might be different for others, but for y'all who's watching this right now, okay, y'all could be going through a breakup from a karmic partner. Y'all could be severing from some sort of karmic partner, or maybe whenever Mercury was in Sagittarius, okay, you severed from a certain karmic partner, all right? Whatever the case may be. Gemini energy is here, okay? Gemini and Capricorn energy is here, all right? Whatever the case may be, y'all, like, be patient with your healing process, but just know that this is not the time, you know what I'm saying, for this relationship to have worked out, okay? So y'all could be getting rid of a karmic partner. Be patient with the process. You can't force it through, you know what I'm saying? But also, it may not be the time for you to fully delve into at this moment in time. I've been single for over a year, but I understand that's real. And this could also have to do with like holding on to karmic partners from the past as well. There could be, like I said, it's a nostalgic energy. Capricorn thinks more about how people had us fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Rather than just like the past. Like Cancer's like, the people I love, like I miss these days. And Capricorn is very much so like, they had me fucked up. So is Cancer at times, you know what I'm saying? But Capricorn is very like, can't believe like they caught me slipping. You know what I mean? Nah, they holding out. They're holding on to me. That's real. You know what I'm saying? But the idea of being patient with this, especially someone that you were physically involved with, not too much on us now. That's real. Capricorn and Cancer are both very petty. Both very petty, okay? This can have to do with a past physical partner, a past intimate or sexual partner, okay? People that you used to deal with, even like toxic cycles you had romantically, especially when it came down to your relationship with sex. Mercury and Capricorn. Capricorn is the devil. Capricorn has to do with your deepest, darkest desires. It has to do with the shit you don't want to talk about. It has to do with your past self, okay? Until I realized they had me messed up. Yeah, that's real. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that. All right. So this is like shadow work is coming up right now. Okay. The shadow stuff is coming up right now. That's why your romantic life is not the biggest focus as of right now. Okay. Underneath Mercury and Capricorn, because you have personal shit to deal with. Okay. Personal shit to deal with. All right. You're not only superb. Okay. This is not only a great time for handling details. Okay. Make sure you're checking the details. I'm hearing checking your list, checking it twice. Capricorn season is Christmas season, but you know what I mean. Okay. So Santa Claus could be significant. Okay. When it comes to making decisions, someone could be coming to town bringing you gifts. When it comes to making decisions, you are extremely rational. Okay. So this is a time period to where you're like, you cannot be thinking with only your feelings right now. That full moon in Cancer, the full moon in Cancer was that little push of just like, okay, what are my excess feelings about the situation? How do I really feel? Let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay. But the rest of the Capricorn energy is like, all right, now that we got past that, now what do we do? Okay. Nas could be significant. All right. Also Noxzema could be significant, okay? But when it comes to making decisions, all right, you're not only superb at handling detail, but you also never lose sight of the whole picture, okay? So yeah, don't lose sight of the whole picture, even though you're focusing on details during Mercury and Capricorn. Okay, what are they focusing the details on? About travel, trip, plans. This is about planning, getting your planner. Capricorn, getting a planner. Mercury and Capricorn, write your planner down. That's why every year we be on that planner shit. Okay, Capricorn season literally starts the year and ends the year. Okay, so y'all got to make a decision, okay, about your plans and things getting very, very clear to you. Okay. Yeah, when it comes to making decisions, this is about being extremely rational. And for some people, especially the water sign placements, y'all may be having a hard time. If you have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, emphasis on the Cancer and then also emphasis on the Pisces. If you have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, Mercury and Capricorn may not be easy for you, and you may feel like everything is so much more serious than you want it to be, and everything is so much more realistic than you're like, especially if that's your Mercury, okay, or your sun sign. You could be feeling some kind of way during Mercury and Capricorn. You could literally have an attitude because you feel like everybody's being super rough to you, okay, or like whatever the case may be, okay. Everything is much more rational than you would like, but it is, as soon as I say that, King of Wands in reverse, okay. Everything's more rational than you like, okay. There might also be like an anger that's coming out of some of the collective who are not as like grounded. You can also have Aries, Leo, Sag. Mercury in Capricorn could also be cutting up on the masculine fire signs as well, okay, or fire sign placement. Y'all could feel angry, like fighting back against the rules. You could feel like it's my world and everyone's living in it. You know what I'm saying? You could feel that way right now because Mercury in Capricorn is like, I don't give a fuck, okay. That doesn't help us. So you could throw a tantrum over there if you want to. I have shit to do. Goodbye. That's what Mercury and Capricorn is. And so people with fire sign placements may find like Mercury and Capricorn is way too strict, okay? Because Mercury don't do too well in Aries, Leo, or Sag. I've been pretty spicy lately. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Amazon just delivered my keyboard and wrist rest, period. Like this could definitely be that. So the water signs feel like Capricorn season is too rigid, you know what I'm saying? And the fire signs could feel like the Mercury in Capricorn is too rigid, but like they're facing it being spicy lately, like you said, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, defensive, okay? Some of y'all are being very, very defensive underneath Mercury being in Capricorn, okay? Because you don't like to be told what to do, but Capricorn is quite literally there to be like, hey, this is a stupid fucking idea. Hey. So someone may literally, between January 1st and January 20th, someone could literally come to you and be like, that's the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard in my life. And they might be right. And they might be right. Could there have been a better way to say that? Maybe. Would it have been as effective as that? Maybe not. Okay? That's the type of year. That's where we're at with it. When it comes to making decisions during Mercury and Capricorn, this is the time to be rational. Logic, the steady progression from point to point, okay, is what you put your faith in, okay? You always have an objective, all right? This is the idea of, like, make sure your days are filled, like, not say filled with doing shit, but, like, don't just be, like, lollygagging and wasting time. The name Alexander could be significant. Alexandria could be significant. Alex in general, Alexandria in Egypt could be significant. Okay. Also be sure that you're not out here like terrorizing and colonizing in whatever way that makes sense for you. Okay. Don't overtake other people's space either. Okay. On your way to being, successful. Okay. Because this Mercury in Capricorn is setting y'all up for a solid Sagittarius season. I'm not Sagittarius. I didn't mean to say that. A solid Aquarius season. Okay. So Sagittarius season could have gave y'all a glimpse of this. All right. But we have the new moon solar eclipse. Okay. And Aquarius happening on February 17th. And Aquarius is also a Saturnian sign, like Capricorn. Okay. Gift cards could be significant. I said that someone could be bringing y'all gifts this month. Okay. That could be very, very significant. But yeah, you always have a secret goal you are pursuing. You always have an objective. You always have a secret goal. That's what it means to be a Mercury in Capricorn. Okay. Having an objective and having a secret goal that you're pursuing. My advice to y'all is to keep your goals secret. Okay, be very focused. Take one major goal, even if it's one. It could be multiple, but if you want to just take it easy, take one major goal and make that your theme for these next 20 days. Okay, the theme of January, and do what you got to do to learn how to get that shit popping. Okay, do what you got to do and keep your shit to yourself. Don't tell people shit until you're ready to post something. Okay, yeah. Don't tell people shit until you're ready to post something. Look at that. Look at that brief Capricorn energy. Okay, with that Christmas energy. All right. Let shit be a surprise to people. This is about success, okay? Period, because mountain finna move type, okay? Also, Polaroids could be very, very significant, all right? Keep your business to yourself. Keep your Mercury in Capricorn is not a tell your business. This is not the time to be telling your business to people. Very clear communication, yes, but also very, don't speak to the least sign. Correct. Exactly, Maya. Exactly, okay? Mercury Capricorns, like me, often attain positions of leadership because they are so dependable and have an air of authority. Okay, so what this collective can expect underneath Mercury being in Capricorn, okay, is shifts when it comes down to leadership. We talked about promotions earlier. This could have to do with people being fired. This could have to do with people being hired. This could have to do with people being promoted. This could have to do with business meetings, okay, positions of leadership, starting new businesses, okay, okay. Maybe you're choosing to be the leader of your own business, okay. This also has to do with like people who are like professors and teachers and shit like that, people who have positions of authority. Power struggles are also common underneath Mercury and Capricorn, and the resolution of power struggles, okay, and solidifying who actually has power and who don't is very, very big during this point in time as well. Okay, so yeah, some of y'all could be switching into a position of leadership, okay, because you're so dependable and you have an air of authority. As soon as I said dependable, but y'all are scared. Some of y'all are afraid, you feel trapped, okay? Me about to quit the job because y'all will not control me. Exactly. Y'all feel trapped, whatever it is you got going on right now, okay? Or you feel scared to like put yourself to walk away from something, 8 of Cups, okay? And going back to advising, that's real. Y'all definitely are being put into a better position of like leadership and control. These 8s are significant. There's some sort of major transformation, change, or ending that is happening, and I feel like this is all a precursor to the eclipses that are happening, okay, the Aquarius and the Virgo eclipse. All right, so there's definitely a major cycle that is closing off with Aquarius season, and I feel like Mercury in Capricorn is just like setting you up for that. Okay, so definitely put yourself out there, feel confident, do what you got to do, have an air of authority. Okay, do what you got to do. Okay. Stretch as well. Capricorn rules over the bones. You might be having some issues with like your joints. Okay. Your hands and joints and shit like that. This is evident even in very small children who have Mercury in this position. Correct. That whole being dependable and having an air of authority. Okay. There also is the idea of like showing up for people. There could definitely be some people you're showing up for, okay, that you haven't seen in a while. Okay. Underneath Mercury and Capricorn, or you may feel like people are starting to show up for you. Yeah, a problem you have in relating to people can be your dictatorial manner. All right. So yeah, definitely things can come out. People could definitely be getting into it underneath Mercury and Capricorn. Okay. Because of the way they're saying things, even if what someone says is correct, the way that Capricorn says things can also be a little off-putting, like very much so. You got to have a little tough skin. Okay. And so this could definitely be one of those situations to where Mercury and Capricorn, a lot of the collective is going to have their feelings hurt at some point in time because someone's going to tell you something that you don't like. Okay. But it's probably true. Someone's going to tell you something that you don't like, but it's probably true. And you're probably going to have to tell somebody something that they don't like, but like, there's no sweeter way to say it. You know what I'm saying? So watch how you talk, you know what I'm saying? But also don't watch how you talk so much to the point where you're not like being for real, because that's not Capricorn. Okay. You also tend to have a disapproving air about the foibles and frivolities of life. Okay. So yeah, you may also be thinking more about what you do and don't approve of. Okay. This is also the idea of family secret. Jay is the first on the list if anyone's interested. One card pulls are $10 today. You'll be after Jay. But I definitely feel like with this right here, you also you might be kind of turning a blind eye to somebody around you being childish, especially if this person's a Leo or a Cancer, Aquarius or Virgo. Okay. Yeah, someone's been kind of putting y'all through it. And underneath Mercury in Capricorn, you might actually like let somebody know. You might let somebody, not say let somebody have it, but you might have an interesting conversation. Okay. Yeah, especially this has to do with like travel. Okay. Disapproving air about the foibles and frivolities, okay, of others. Life is serious to Mercury Capricorns, and you see its dark side. Through a redeeming trait is your dry sense of humor. Okay, so yeah, this is about getting real shit together. Okay, not my dragger. This is about getting your shit together. Okay, life is more serious right now. So this is you being for real. It's the beginning of the new year, you know what I'm saying? But like, this is you being for real about what you want your year to look like. Okay, and also being for real about like the negative shit. Okay, and spending more time with inside of yourself. Okay, Virgo, and as we get close to that fucking Virgo eclipse, the last of the eclipses in those Virgo and Pisces. Okay, we have a Virgo eclipse on March 3rd, 2026. Okay, so this is like prepping up. Okay, life is serious right now. Okay, and there's things that are being purged out, and Mercury in Capricorn is telling you to be for real about some of those things in order for them to be released as we get closer to March. Okay, so you have to be for real about the stuff that you're still like dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, you have to be for real and go with inside of yourself in order to deal with whatever these like struggles are. They're temporary and things are going to shift a little bit after Pisces season. Okay, but I'm just letting y'all know, redeeming trait is your dry sense of humor. All right, shit may be real funny right now. You can find yourself laughing. People don't understand how funny Capricorn really is. Okay, I don't know, y'all. People don't get how funny we are. I don't know. But when it comes down to the moon in reverse, and I just said it has to do with these eclipses, and this 10 of Pentacles is a Capricorn card as well. The biggest thing here is Mercury and Capricorn is setting us up for a good eclipse season. Okay, and shit might seem real funny right now, especially in regards to like your family. You may be having more fun with your family structure. Okay, now dry humor is still humor. I always key with the caps, as you should, because they're gonna be like, be for fucking real. Like a Capricorn will. Capricorn say the stuff that people don't want to say. Capricorn say the shit that people don't want to say. Okay, so yeah, this is the idea of dry humor. Okay, very much so. People, my Mercury Gemini loves Capricorns. Period. My Cancer bestie, that's real, okay? Because Mercury enjoys being in Capricorn. Mercury does, is at home in Gemini and is at home in Virgo, but it also does very well in Capricorn, okay? Because Mercury and Capricorns, we say what we actually need to say. We actually are very solid communicators. It's just that, like, other people don't like when people are honest with them. You know what I'm saying? And like a Capricorn, they may not say something, it's not rude as much as it is dry. And then that comes off rude. You know what I'm saying? So if you're one of those people, watch how you're saying things, okay? But also understand that people are telling you shit, painful shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about people just like ripping through you and hurting your feelings. I'm talking about if someone tells you some real shit, but it's just like awkward. Like I said, for that reading yesterday, it's just kind of like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? It's for a reason, okay? Some of y'all could have already experienced that with that full moon in Cancer, okay? Some of y'all could also be getting more serious about debt. Okay. Some of y'all are going to be fine, by the way. Like, this is really something that's supposed to be happening in order for you to kind of like recognize. Okay. January 26th should be whenever Neptune is shifting over. Let me see. Yeah, January 26th, Neptune shifts from Pisces into Aries, and we're never going to see it in Pisces again because Neptune takes a long ass time. Okay. Like it's gonna be like 130 years before Neptune gets back into Pisces again. Okay, so a huge ass shift should be coming with y'all, coming for y'all soon. All right, this is outside of Mercury in Capricorn, but I just wanted to say that this is something that's just supposed to help y'all think. All right, y'all be fine. But yeah, this is a good time for the collective to be very serious about who they got to let go of. Okay, and if you need to kind of spend some more time maturing and going with inside of yourself, because this is a very mature time of the year. Capricorn season is a very mature time. That's why everybody going and they go to the gym and they change their diet and they set their resolutions. Okay, because right now there's some people that you may need to go ahead and let go of. Okay, whether that's past or currently present. They should have never gave me a credit card in 19. Correct. Okay, correct. Okay, but Pluto was in Capricorn then as well. Okay, so now that Pluto's not there, We got some shifts and changes. There's some people that you will have to like be for real about, y'all, because some of y'all are acting kind of pussy, okay? When it comes down to like saying what you need to say to somebody, okay? Or like someone who's just kind of has you fucked up. Mercury and Capricorn is a, where do you think you're going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point here? So there's going to be a lot more honesty. Expect honesty. Expect dry humor. Okay. Expect money talk, business talk, financial talk. Okay. Over these 20 days, big conversations surrounding money, wills, inheritance, land, generational finances, generational curses having to do with money. Okay. Karma. Okay. Karmic conversations, heavy conversations. Okay. Uncomfortable conversations, all that shit. Okay. Being for real. All right. Yeah. Also, I highly anticipate something strange happening politically over these next 20 days. We're probably going to hear some interesting things about politics. Okay. Because Capricorn is the sign of politics. That's funny you mentioned that because that's what the read is about. Ooh. What is, okay. I'm going to go ahead and get into Jay's personal. I'm going to pull one final card of advice for this collective before I get into Jay's personal reading. Let me know what your question is, Jay. And if anyone else is interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $10 for a one card pull today. So let's see what is going on. Let's see what is going on. Let me text you half of the tea over text. Okay. Let me get on for funsies. That's real. Amy will be next after Jay. Randomly thought of Karma by Alicia Keys a few weeks ago and been stuck on it. See, Alicia Keys is an Aquarius stellium as well. She's an Aquarius, and then she's a Libra moon in Aquarius like everything else. Final message of advice. What advice do you have for them, Spirit, underneath Mercury and Capricorn? What advice do you have for them? Besides, be for real. Okay. Kai, you're also on the list. So this girl... Ooh, sorry. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Jay, I'm going to look at your question in just a second. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Jay, Kai, and Amy are on the list. Okay, I'm going to go back and look at your question in a second, girl. I see what you mean. Okay, so this collective's advice when it comes down to... Oh, thank you for the tip, Amy. This collective's advice when it comes down to Mercury and Capricorn, okay, a wake-up call. Didn't I just say Mercury and Capricorn is a time of the year for everybody to be serious? Like, if there's a be for real in a zodiac, in a Mercury placement, I'm telling you, it's Mercury and Capricorn. If it's you, need to be for real. So y'all getting wake-up call. Song Wake Up Call by Keke Palmer could be significant. Number 19, okay? January 19th is also the last day of Capricorn season, okay? And the day before the switchover from Mercury in Capricorn to Mercury in Aquarius, okay? Technology worked in my advantage, okay? It says you were about to discover your life purpose, okay? My message of advice, okay? My message of advice for Mercury in Capricorn is to discover your life purpose. Didn't I say that Capricorn has to do with big shit, long-term shit, life-lasting shit? It's not about right now. Capricorn is not about right now shit. Capricorn is thinking about how, like our legacy. We're thinking about how we're going to be known. We're thinking about being in the goddamn history books and shit like that. Okay. This is about like what it is that you're going to be known for on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And what it is you want to do with your life. So this is very grown up thinking. All right. This is a very grown up ass time. Okay. Your life's path is no accident. Every experience, relationship, heartache, and hardship serves a purpose. Each one causes you to grow on a soul level and evolve into your true self. Your life purpose is not just about what kind of work you do either. It is about who you are as a whole person. It is about how you relate to the world and how the world relates to you. It's also about the journey itself. If you are suppressing your soul's growth or journey in any way, the universe will throw you a wake-up call, okay, sooner or later. So you're experiencing a wake-up call during Mercury and Capricorn, okay? Because you've been suppressing your soul's growth or journey. You have to do with all these other people that you shouldn't have been doing business with and shit like that. You shouldn't have been communing with. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you was telling too much of your business, you know? Despite what you feel, okay, during Mercury and Capricorn, it is ultimately a beautiful gift, but only if you stop resisting change and let your life evolve into one of purpose and meaning. So this is you releasing purposelessness. purposelessness, okay, and shit that don't make no sense, okay. So people who don't got no meaning to you no more, or people who don't have no meaning in your life anymore, or people who are quite literally like purposeless. Now that sounds so bad to other people. For Capricorn, it's like, no, yeah, this experience is giving me nothing, you know. Like, I have to let it go, okay? The wake up call comes in many forms: illness, layoff, depression, loss, financial crisis, divorce, any challenges that call for you to listen to your truth. So, your advice is if shit goes left, okay, during Mercury and Capricorn, it's because like you were refusing to, like, you know, like listen to what Spirit had been trying to tell you. Your challenges are a part of the growth process, reminding you to stop living your life sleepwalking and worried about materialistic, meaningless things. Wake up and live your best life. Embrace love, deep, meaningful relationships, and what matters to you most from a soul perspective. It is time to face your challenges head on and allow the universe to move you in a new direction. Then I say, like, this shit, when it comes down to, like, this is a shadowy time, okay? This is a Jay Versace could be significant, okay? This is a very shadowy time, okay? And there is a need for you to address all that heavy shit in order for you, because like the reason why you're addressing the heavy shit is because it's stopping you from getting, that's where that Cancer Capricorn axis is. You can't get to your success without dealing with the emotional shit first. So Capricorn just has a very like forward, very rip the band-aid off way of dealing with the emotional part in order for them to get to where they want to be. So you being stuck on us, also song Stuck by Duran Bernard and Ari Lennox, okay, Virgo Aries energy. That song could be significant. But I just feel like because y'all are stuck on some old shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like stopping y'all from recognizing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And Capricorn transits don't do well with that. Okay, so what challenges are you currently facing that you might be resisting? In what ways are you resisting them? Okay, because Saturn is that planet of challenges. Okay. Do you feel this is happening for a higher reason? If so, what could that reason be? Because you got shit to do. Some of y'all just had a baby, okay? Or some of y'all are like single moms. That could be significant as well. All right. Some of y'all could be going through some struggles with the parent of your child as well. That could come up from Mercury and Capricorn, especially if it has to do with like fatherhood, okay? Because that's Mercury and Capricorn. But yeah, there could definitely be some stuff going on court-wise. Congratulations to the person. That's real. Also, yeah, I'm finna go ahead and get into personals. I'm finna read Jay's question real quick, then come back. And then it'll be Amy and Kai, and I'll be right back. If anyone else is interested in getting on my list, one card pulls are $10. Give me one quick second. Amy and Kai, and I'll be right back. If anyone else is interested in getting on my list, one card pulls are $10. Give me one quick second. Give me one quick second. Ooh, okay. Okay. So Jay, tapping in. Santísima. Mother Muerte, thank you for being here. For very, very clear, accurate, and specific messages in regards to Jay. No malefic spirits. This is about to be messy, I can tell. Nah, okay, so in terms of should you contact her first, what a message of advice. Should she contact her first? What message of advice? Okay, so about this whole situation, look, your card that you got is number 25, girl. A heavenly helpers. Okay, also turning 25 could be very, very significant. Okay, it's got to do with like 25 being that frontal lobe development year. Okay, I definitely feel as though. Okay, I definitely feel as though Spirit is absolutely trying to help you with this, okay? I'm communicating with Santísima, okay, at this moment in time, but like your ancestors and your guides are very much so trying to help this like be handled. So in terms of if you should communicate with her first, your spiritual team is guiding you through this difficult situation. Please trust your intuition. If your intuition has been telling you to message her first, you should. I think you should. That's very full moon in Cancer. Okay, but also I want you to know somebody lying. I don't know. If somebody got a DNA test, somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. It's difficult because somebody's lying. Okay, so your spiritual team is guiding you through this difficult situation. Okay, so yeah, Yard did a DNA situation. I don't know, I don't know, but somebody here is lying. This card comes to you today as a reminder that you have a spiritual team standing by your side in this very moment. Okay, your loved ones are coming through to tell you that no matter what you're going through, you are loved and protected at all times. Okay, your spiritual team consists of Source, your angels, your spirit guides, and your loved ones that have passed over. Okay, now I got the test and I'm clear. Ooh, I've been knew by me and his forehead. That's real. And so, has she taken one? Because somebody's lying. I feel like there's more people lying than you know. Okay, that's why Spirit. I think you should contact her. Okay, like I don't know. Your spiritual team consists of Source because I don't know. Your spiritual team consists of Source, your angels, your spirit guides. And mind you, even if y'all are like, even if it's not like a relational situation, somebody is lying. There's something that you may have to get to the bottom of. Okay. They are guiding you through this difficult situation with wisdom and spiritual support, and they are pouring love into the hearts and minds of everyone involved. Okay, so this is really more so. This is happening to you as a healing situation. You're the only one who's willing to deal with it. You're the only one who's willing to get to the bottom of it. So very much so karmic cycle, very Mercury and Capricorn, very Capricorn season. You know what I'm saying? This is why I hate being a Scorpio sometimes. Really, that's real. The generational aspect is the Capricorn aspect, but the heaviness is that Scorpio. So honestly, just know that your team is working with you and them. Okay. This is not just about you. You know what I'm saying? Difficult situation with wisdom and spiritual support, and they are pouring love into the hearts and minds of everyone involved. This is literally a mental clearing, and this is an emotional heart chakra opening based situation for everybody. Okay. Their message for you today is this too shall pass. It's going to be fine. Contact her. Contact her. You are loved, and contact everybody at different times. You are loved in more ways than you fully understand. And despite the loneliness you may experience at times, you are never alone. This could definitely be something that's supposed to get y'all to be closer to each other. You may still want to be close to her. There might be something that y'all are still supposed to know about each other. Okay, so they're 3, 2, 1 on the clock. Okay, so there's something about going backwards in time. There's something that y'all may need to work through together. The name Elizabeth could be significant. Hawaii could be significant. I do advise for you to message her. Okay. But don't be judgmental because there's some shit that's she just went to college. You are loved in more ways than you fully understand, and despite the loneliness you may experience at time, you are never alone. The TV show On My Block could be significant. What's that other TV show and it had Jaden Smith up in it and they had them afros? They Get Down. That could be significant. Since your birth and even before then, you have been looked after and cradled in their protective arms. So yeah, you're Spirit knew this was what happened. This was all divine timing. This has to do with that goddamn eclipse as well. Okay, ask for them to demonstrate that they are near and they will be happy to show you. Okay, whenever you wish to communicate with your spiritual team or call on them for extra support, all you have to do is reach out to them. My advice to you, Jay, is to go to the altar and ask them to clarify all this because they already knew when you were born what the fuck was going to happen. They knew this was going to happen. Okay, close your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, and ask for them to communicate with you. They can and will show you that they are guiding you through the situation. Rest assured, heavenly helpers are by your side, loving and protecting you always. This is I don't want to fight nobody because I was being too damn nosy, documenting ancestors. That's real. They want you to talk more. Sit down at the altar with them, okay, and pull your cards out, and I promise you, this feels like personal business. They're telling me it's personal business, family business. What guidance or signs have you been receiving from your angels and guides about this? What changes can you make to connect with your spiritual guides more easily and more often? Is there anything causing you to hesitate in fostering this relationship and or asking for help? Okay, so there's something about you getting deeper into your divination daily. They want you to get deeper into your researching, your divination, connecting with them. Okay, that's what this is. So Spirit is definitely here for you and here with you. So don't trip too much about it. You got it. Okay. Should I contact by at least Wednesday? Yes. Yes. Definitely contact before the new moon in Capricorn, which is on the 18th. Okay. So definitely before the new moon in Capricorn. But yes, you should. That's my advice, is I would contact her first before the member of the family. Lord, they gave me too many missions. Welcome to Capricorn season, girl. Welcome. But no, seriously, in this lifetime, though, I do understand that because it's always something to do. But thank you, Spirit. I sever the connection between mine and Jay's guys. Thank you so much. Amy, let me know what your question is, Amy. If anyone is interested in getting a personal reading done on live readings are $10. I give some to my siblings. They're not handling it right, apparently. Thank you. Thank you, Santissima. Just any message about my new house neighbor. Some like, I'm gonna get a proper read to. That's real. We're gonna keep it light, see. We're gonna keep it light. Let's see. Messages about her new, I want to switch decks to the Cancer season deck. Messages about tapping in. Archangel Raphael, Divine Archangel, please be here now in regards to Amy. And Archangel Michael, please be here now in regards to Amy. Okay. What messages does she need to know about her new neighbors and new neighborhood? One card, please. What does she need to know most about her? There's definitely something hidden. Okay. Or people are trying to hide something from you. Okay. That's weird because you don't know them. Okay. Okay, period. So we have number 20, dance and freedom. Okay. Maybe there's some people who have like seen you dance. Okay. Like through your window or something like that. I don't know. Okay. But there's something about like people definitely thinking that you're very like, very feminine. Okay. Hold on, y'all. People thinking that you're very feminine. Okay. Interesting. I feel like the neighborhood could be invested in you. It says Page of Wands. So yeah, there's definitely some attraction here as well. They definitely think that you're like young and turned. Okay. There's definitely some casual attraction. Thank you. It was a Christmas gift. Freedom, liberation, self-expression, okay, rapture or euphoria. So what you need to know is that you do have the freedom, okay, to do what it is that you want to do, okay? And I feel like the people around you find you to be very interesting. They like how you look or how you dress. It could be your tattoos, okay? Rapture, or you could be very different than the people who move there, okay? Chelsea, you're also on the list, honey bun. You're going to be after Kai. Freedom, liberation, self-expression, rapture, or euphoria. Dance is one of the most natural forms of expression, and humans have interwoven song and dance into ritual and celebration for thousands of years. You may want to clear out negative energy from your home by dancing, okay? Make your home yours by dancing in it. Cleanse it like regular, then dance in that bitch, okay? Music and dance connect people from all walks of life. Two people from opposite backgrounds can have a shared resonance through the words or melody of a song. Yeah, music can definitely be something that binds you and your neighbors, okay? Like maybe there's some people around you who are maybe of the same cultural group, okay? Or maybe like recognize, or maybe people like the music that you play. Okay, at the same time, dance paves the way for freedom and expressing your natural rhythms. There is no such thing as perfection in dance, only euphoria, bliss, and sacred liberation. Okay, this card has dance into your spread to guide you towards finding bliss through self-expression, bravery, and breaking away from the need to be perfect or put together. So yeah, they tell you not to worry about like your neighbors judging you. Wear what you want. Stepped on glass the first day here. I said now. Okay. They want you to be yourself, okay, in this new neighborhood, okay? This one is not going to be the same as the other ones, okay? But like be yourself in this new neighborhood, okay? Break away from the need to be perfect or put together or caring so much about what other people think about you, as long as you're not being like super disrespectful type shit. Like this is more so people think that you're a very self-expressive person, and they think that you look very interesting, okay? Like maybe very different than what it is that they're used to in a neighborhood. Self-expression. It says, I'm surrounded by love and support, and I appreciate it. Oh, period. When we're talking about your neighbors, I'm surrounded by love and support, period. Yeah. This is a very loving and supporting space. Like, they want you to be yourself. Like, there's a freedom that you're in, okay? That's what my affirmation just came down. Okay, self-expression isn't about finding flawlessness. It's about giving your soul. Also, they want you to decorate your home. People might like how you decorate. Okay, self-expression isn't about finding flawlessness. It's about giving your soul the space it needs to tell its own story. Literally decorate your house if you want to, the outside and the inside. Okay, your power and confidence can be found in the ways you are unique. Your differences carry the rhythms of your purpose and contribution to the world. You may end up finding a friend. There could be some women in the neighborhood who you end up being friends with, okay, eventually, or like, you know, like you may see them elsewhere and find out later that they live in the same neighborhood as you. Be grateful when you do things differently. It offers you the chance to stand out. Celebrate the times you are labeled weird, unique, outlandish, or odd. These qualities free you from the chains of being boring, complacent, and uninspired. You are being invited to share your uniqueness with the world in whatever way feels right for you. If you feel called to paint, then do so. If you want to paint outside, girl. Okay, if you feel moved to move, then let your body go. Every creative act of self-expression creates space for you to be more of who you were always meant to be. Okay? Yeah. But there's definitely the idea, of course, like maintain your casual like boundaries, like, you know, protect your house, still like, you know, like salt the outside or like whatever it is that you're wanting to do. You know what I mean? But I definitely think that your advice about all this is to still be, I don't know what the hell that was. It's to still be yourself, okay? I don't think it's necessarily time for you to be inviting people into your house type shit, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that there is some sort of interesting bond that, like, there could be a friend in the neighborhood, okay? Put some red brick out today and salt. Confirmation, then you're good. Okay, 2 on the money. Okay, yeah, you're good. Definitely also cleanse that. I know you've been cleansing, but mud and moss stagnation, okay? Don't let your feelings about the neighborhood stop you from, like, doing what you want to do, okay? So yeah, dress how you want to dress, wear what you want to wear, decorate your house, do what you want to do. But yeah, there could definitely be some sort of friend that you meet in that neighborhood, okay? In the next couple months, okay? Yes, as a woman or feminine energy. This feels like a woman though, like someone who identifies as a woman, okay? Thank you, Archangel Raphael, Divine Archangel. I said reconnect between mine and Amy's energy. Kai, let me know if you're here, Kai. Let me know what your question is. After Kai is Chelsea. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, y'all. This is very, very interesting time as we get close. You know how eclipse seasons be. I know we've been getting tagged up these last ones, okay, because we shifting. Hey, can I get just a general reading of anything I need to know for the week? Absolutely. I will pick this deck. Okay, let's see. For one, Capricorn season is definitely affecting you right now, okay? Wherever your Capricorn placement may be at, okay? Because I know you're Sagittarius, and I know that you have a Scorpio Venus. If you have a Capricorn placement somewhere, it could definitely be affecting you at this moment in time, okay? Tapping in. Archangel Michael, Divine Archangel, please be here now in regards to Kai. What is going on with them this week, okay? Can we get a general reading of anything that they need to know for the week? Message about what they need to know this week. You're definitely getting confirmation about stuff, okay? Your psychic gifts could be psychic gifting, okay? Especially because we just had that full moon in Cancer, all right? But your psychic gifts could definitely be psychic gifting, Kai, okay? Number 60 could be significant angel numbers. Please look up, write them down when you see them, okay? Especially if it's the same number over and over again. Make sure that you're doing your research about the numbers, okay? No cap placements with my Capricorn rules my 6th house, okay? So because Capricorn rules your 6th house, that has a lot to do with your day-to-day routines, okay? Your physical body, physical health, and things of that nature, okay? Like your schedule, all right? So Capricorn season could definitely be, and all this Mercury and Capricorn, everything is highlighting your day-to-day habits, your physical body, your stomach, okay? Organization, all that shit could be very significant, okay? So you could be having some tummy rumbles, okay? You could also be having some like bodily changes that you have going on, especially in regards to your bones, okay? You may feel like your bones are crickling and crackling or feeling kind of tight, okay? Your joints and shit like that, all right? Yeah, all right. You may also have like a bunch of cravings for like heavy shit as of right now, okay? Or shit that you shouldn't want, okay? Or you feel like you shouldn't want, all right? But when it comes down to it, all right, this angel numbers, pay attention to the signs. Your angels are trying to deliver a message, okay? You're finna get the answer before the end of the week. You're finna get a puzzle piece, okay? A piece of the puzzle answered, especially if this has to do with some sort of trip or travel that you're planning, okay? Very, very soon, all right? There's something about that to where you're gonna get the answer to that. Pay a lot of attention to if you're seeing things in pairs of 2s, 3s, whatever the case may be, or seeing a certain number, okay? So this week, your angels and your guides are very much so communicating with you, especially having to do with like your mother side of the family, okay? It's gonna have to do with like ancestral communication. I'm getting 222, 321, and 818 thrown at me. Definitely look up the spiritual meanings of those, okay? 222 could literally be about coming into alignment, okay? Coming into alignment with a person, okay? Or coming into alignment with something that makes sense for you in your life. 321 could have to do with stepping back. It's 333 on the clock right now. It's 333 on the clock right now where I am, okay? So angel numbers are very significant for you. You're having a very psychically inclined week, and there's a need for you to pay attention to your surroundings this week, okay? Don't get caught lacking. Pay attention to your surroundings, okay? Also, 818 gives me, what is that, August 18th, okay? Which is Leo season, which has to do with them eclipses too, okay? So I definitely think that this week, you're going to be seeing how shit is going to be happening towards the latter half of the year, okay? Leo season, okay, July and August, all right? So this week, you could be making some plans or hearing some things that are going to be actuating themselves, okay? In July, August, okay? So definitely like you're taking a step back from certain certain shit, okay? And there's a new beginning happening, but it's in the middle of a bunch of changes, okay? There's a new beginning happening for you, but there's these shifts and changes that are happening for you first. So you see the signs on the clock, in a text message, on a license plate, or maybe in an email. Your angels have a message for you this week, Kai. Pay attention to all of the signs around you this week, and you will soon have the answers you seek. Perhaps you notice repeated numbers everywhere you go. You will know when your angels are communicating with you by the way that you feel. You may even notice goosebumps or chills that run up and down your body. The movie Goosebumps, the book series could be significant, okay? Definitely, I would not be like around late outside by yourself this week, okay? Like, in general, per se, but you know what I mean? Like, this is just pay attention to your surroundings this week, okay? Whatever the sensations, when you notice these angelic signs, they are also a sign for you to pay attention. So I would definitely keep a little journal with you, or keep like a notes app page open about the way that you feel or what you have going on when you see these numbers this week, okay? You are under the care and protection of the angels, and you are divinely guided in all that you do this week. Your heavenly helpers are guiding you through synchronistic events and messages everywhere, okay? So look for synchronicities this week wherever you go, and don't dismiss them as coincidences, because they are not. Look for repeated numbers or number patterns, okay? A powerful way to interpret the numbers you are seeing is to meditate on them. Numbers hold within them an energetic vibration, okay? A vibrational frequency or energy download. Ask your angels what the numbers mean for you specifically, and you are sure to receive an answer, okay? So pay attention to what you're doing when you see these numbers, okay? And if you can, write it down, okay? And think about where you're at, what you were thinking about before you seen it, what you said before you seen it, okay? Your spirit guides are definitely communicating with you, and they want you to pay attention to your surroundings this week. Do not be nowhere that you ain't supposed to be by your, you know what I'm saying? Don't be nowhere you ain't supposed to be. Your angels are trying to communicate with you this week, so pay special attention to all the signs that are around you. Now, this more so feels like training than anything, okay? Magic and miracles are just around the corner. Also, if you need to go to the eye doctor or something about your glasses being messed up or something like that, watch out for that, okay? Yeah, magic and miracles are just around the corner. Also gives me Madam Morrible, okay? So make sure that if you're seeing angel numbers around somebody, it could be a boss, a manager, a teacher, like an older woman. If you see like signs and symbols around that person, okay, pay attention. Okay, what numbers have been catching your eye lately? Have there been any other synchronistic signs? Okay, what do you feel these signs are trying to tell you? Okay, so like I said, pay attention, because they're definitely talking to you this week. You could also be doing a lot of calculations, numbers, okay, financial budgeting. I need to get my glasses fixed, and I just haven't gotten to it. This is the week to get to it. Trust me, I had mine fucked up for a long time too, but this is the week to get to it, okay? And pay attention about an older woman in your life and what numbers you see when you're around her, because there's some a little off. It's a little iffy. It's a little iffy. The name Natalia could be significant. The name Vallardes could be significant. Valladares could be significant, okay? Puerto Vallarta, wherever that is, okay? I hate that for you, but I do understand. But that's what I have for you, honey. This is a big numbers week, okay? And like I said, watch out when you're outside by yourself, okay? In environments that you ain't got no business in, okay? But I said a connection between mine and Kai's guides. Thank you so much. Chelsea, let me know what your question is. It sucks to be a Leo rising. Oh, and you're finna get eclipsed, my love. That's also what that's about, okay? You're finna be on that eclipse, okay? When we have this Aquarius eclipse and then the Leo eclipse that we're going to be having, okay, during Leo season. So the first one we have is February 17th, okay, in Aquarius. That's an Aquarius. Full moon of Leo's on the 3rd. Then Leo eclipse later on, okay, in August, July or August, whichever one. So big year for us, okay? Chelsea, let me know what your question is, honey. Old men be having pinworms. OMG, just wanted to share. Taylor, what? What? Not like, y'all, if you're watching this in the playback, I'm reading comments. You can repost it on here. Thank you for reposting my live. I didn't know you could do that. Like, y'all have me fucking crying. Chelsea, let me know. Let me know what your question is. Oh, that eats. Not the they want to be Instagram real bad. And they all want to be Twitter. I had this dream about being with the old man that had worms, and I just found out. I'm fucking crying. Not you had to Google it. Shit is funny. Sorry, that was my low power thingy thing that came on. Oh, okay. Before I pull one last card of advice for this collective, I'm finna pull Chelsea's message whenever I see it pull up here. Unless I'm tripping. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna tag you in this TikTok where this girl got worms from the 65-year-old. Oh my God. Not they passing the worms. Oh my God. Oh no. Maybe this is significant to this reading somehow, y'all. Pinworms could be significant. Okay, I'm reading the question. Hold on, y'all. Oh no. Maybe this is significant to this reading somehow, y'all. Pinworms could be significant. Okay, I'm reading the question. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Chelsea, I got you. Let me get a different deck real quick. Actually, that right there is the deck I need to use. Where's that, though? There it is. Okay. See, tapping in. Archangel Michael, Divine Archangel, please. Y'all have me crying. I'm saying, bro, because he just acting casual. She like, what the fuck? Like, this shit happen every day. Every winter. Tapping in. Archangel Michael, Divine Archangel, please be here in regards to Chelsea. No malefic spirits, no trickster spirits. In regards to the situation that she's asked about, what are they doing about that? What are they doing about that? One card, please. What are they doing about that? What is the job doing about that? I'm not gonna lie. I heard like nothing. Okay. To be super real with you. Okay. Yes. He like sometimes it in my fingers. I'm not finna play with you. Hi, Jared. When it comes down to you, Chelsea, there's a lot going on here. Hi, Jared. Happy New Year. The card that fell out first was this one, and it's the only one that fell out to where I can't see it, okay? And this is the King, Control, and Reversal of Fortune. So honestly and truly, this kind of feels like somebody is still going to be in a position of power, okay? Somebody's still going to be in a position of power, Chelsea, okay? Why my phone just not tell me you on live? Not the enemy trying to set you up, friend. Return to sender. Another year of friendship. OMG. We will meet each other one day, Jared. One of these days, one of us will be in Texas or Florida. Somebody reported him for harassment towards us females. I might have to sue this company. Yeah, because I'm not going to lie. It's looking like they're not really doing, it's not really giving. This was like face down and it was still upright. So Control and Reversal of Fortune. Okay. So it's kind of giving like they're not finna do nothing for real because they don't think anybody's going to be like serious about that shit. Okay. I'm be for real with you, okay? But like I said, we have this Aquarius ass eclipse coming up, which is about humanitarianism and right and wrong. If y'all watched that video, I just posted yesterday talking about how the workforce is changing, okay? And how a lot of us are not dealing with no bullshit no more this year when it comes down to like our jobs, okay? So when it comes down to it, the King is a reminder that taking things for granted can cause irreparable mistakes. Yeah. Now is the ideal time to practice awareness and value the benefits that come from working at a problem. Don't dismiss the wisdom of those who try to show you a new way of working out a solution. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely something to where it doesn't feel like this person's going to be out of control. Like when I say out of control, I don't mean it doesn't feel like this person's going to like be taken out of a position of power. And then I talk about power. You missed that first part. I talked about power dynamics all throughout Mercury in Capricorn. Okay, this is literally about power dynamics. Okay, and with the guide in reverse as well, that was the King. All right, with the guide in reverse, all right, inheritance and correction. After a long struggle to put things right, not helped by others, you have found confidence in your ability to overcome whatever's next. So you may have to sue them people. I'm not gonna lie. Take a moment to congratulate yourself on your perseverance and make room in your life for the next challenge. So if your question is what they finna do, fucking nothing. He not gonna get nothing but a little reprimand, a little slap on the hand. Okay, what's the song about Kali Uchis? Riding low, riding around with Kali Uchis. Okay, yeah. The Witch in reverse, experimentation, rebellion. If this is something that you think you want to involve witchcraft in, come and see me. If you need some justice, come and see me. Okay, But with the witch in reverse, this also has to do a lot with the eclipse season. Okay, so eclipse season is exposing the foolishness going on in your company. Okay, tempting to buck convention by dismissing it entirely, but most processes become well established because they actually work. While you're busy forging your own path, don't completely forget about the paths that have been laid before. Yeah, honestly and truly, this just feels like cause and effect, clarity, perseverance, have faith in a situation, because this was a catalyst, but I don't think they're going to do anything about it. Radical changes and taking control in reverse. Okay, radical changes and taking control. Okay, but in reverse. Reverse, the catalyst demands not an external change, but an internal one. Negative thought processes, bad habits, fundamental belief systems that have held you back rather than supported you. Shake them up, throw them out. Stand on the edge of that precipice and jump. It's the only way to become a newer, advanced version of you. You're gonna have to take control of the situation, my love. They're not doing shit, especially if he's the golden boy. They're not doing shit. I'm gonna be real. Investigation and research, boo. Start doing your research. There could definitely be an investigation launched, okay? Launched. Exactly. Tell my boss I won't deal with my manager being disrespectful, so you can either move me to another location or fire me. He moved me and gave me a raise. I'm going to still quit as soon as I can. I know that's motherfucking right. Okay? We're going to reverse on his ass, okay? 100%. So, yeah, I definitely... Yeah. I see the vibe and see the vision. I could have sworn somebody was outside of my door just now. My window. Did you see that? I don't like that. I don't like that. Am I by myself? Hold on. I could have sworn I just seen somebody outside the window, like walking up to that bitch and then left. I'm still alive. But I could have swore I just seen somebody walk up to the window and then like they left. But I don't know. It's just like a shadow. But I seen a person. But they left, I guess. But it just seemed a little close for comfort, y'all. That could also be significant. I thought that you left. That's why I got up and walked over there in the first place. Like, they were so close. Is there a package? Yeah. Oh. So there was somebody. Ooh, what is it?
Somebody the wrong address. I'll take it.
Okay, that's why. Okay. My bad, y'all. Yeah, I'm finna sue them. They're gonna hate to see me coming. Calling my lawyer today. You should. They're not doing anything about it. He's still gonna have his position of power. They're not gonna do anything about it. Okay? So, yeah, they still want to do what they can to protect him and his image. Okay? They definitely still want to do what they can to protect him and his image. Okay? And mind you, a package just came to the wrong door while I was doing your reading. Okay? A package came to the wrong door while I was doing your reading, which also feels like there's something that's not being handled like properly in regards to that. So in terms of harassment, I would definitely start getting prepared for the next part, like next parts. Start doing your research about those rules and laws in your state, okay? And the rules and laws here in America in general about that, and then go from there. Should I hit him? I don't know. I feel like choosing violence. No. I'll say that. Don't do it. Don't hit him. Because you're building a case now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, girl, it's my package. They just delivered it 2 hours in the wrong address. Oh, a confirmation. Very much so confirmation. Okay? But yes, Chelsea, I would say don't do it because you're building a case. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure that everything that you're doing right now, you know what I'm saying, will get you the result that you're looking for. Especially if they had you fucked up, as we can see, because he was harassing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're going to be, you're going to be all right. But they not finna do nothing to him. Okay? Ooh, they talking about my device heating up, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. But I fuck with y'all a long way, okay? I posted some readings. I have posted Full Moon and Cancer reading. That's up right now. January reading is up right now. And there's some channel messages that are up right now. And my new music is coming. Violence will only ever hurt you. No reaction is always the best. That's real. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with y'all a long way. Bye. Bye. Happy Mercury and Capricorn is almost my birthday.